What do we say?
I don't even know how to begin.
We've been gone a long time.
For those who recognize us.
Nobody recognizes us.
Well,
That's
we're
why we
back.
quit in the first place. We stopped because we had an audience of 0, and now we decided to start back up with an audience of 0.
Yeah. Nothing's changed.
Andy,
Yeah. Hi.
welcome back.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, I know you can't see me, but we're wearing the same T-shirt today.
Oh,
know
you
what?
can't see Andy, can you?
You know, without even seeing you, I could tell.
Oh.
We did.
Very nice.
You can't bring him up to see him because we had bad audio.
Correct.
We don't want to hash this all out on the air.
Right.
So what we did is we got the band back together. This is like getting an 80s tribute band back together, and this is their first gig in 20 years, and Vince Neil sounds like absolute dog crap.
Yeah. You know, technology's changed. They've got new gear. They don't know how to use it.
Well, technology changes, and so does your voice.
Yes.
Have you seen those clips of Motley Crue? They've been on the reunion tour for like 2 years now, and Vince Neil is absolutely atrocious.
Really.
He's so bad.
They still sell tickets.
Are you guys not Motley Crue fans?
Not my thing.
No.
Oh, well then, I'm sorry.
Did you watch the Netflix thing on them? I heard that was pretty awesome.
The old one?
Yeah.
I saw Motley Crue in 1988. It was like one of my first concerts as a kid. The Girls, Girls, Girls tour. And so like in my head, they're still that band.
Sweet.
And in
Yep.
my head, this is still the Cheezehole podcast.
It is.
There we go.
See if the banter is still there. So Andy, where are you at?
Well, I'm coming to you from central Wisconsin.
Central Wisconsin. Okay. South of Highway 8?
We're south of Highway 8, yes.
South of Highway 64.
I'm south of 64.
Are you south of Highway 29?
Ooh, I'm south of 29.
Ooh.
So Andy is
Deep
coming.
south.
Andy is coming at us from Illinois.
Deep South, yeah, Illinois.
Yep.
So, are you a Bears fan now?
Yeah.
Oh,
how are the Cubs doing, Andy?
Oh, well, I know the White Sox are terrible.
So we're back, and we're gonna do this episode, and the plan is to make it into shorts for TikTok and Reels, and then we'll have the whole episode for those diehard fans.
Yes.
But the plan, Andy, I don't even know if we discussed this with you, because since you're not present anymore, you're coming remote. The
Yep.
plan is to break this into shorts and see if we can make something of this out of just small little bursts, because that's how humans consume things now.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Do you like that?
Yep, well, summertime's a good time for shorts, I always say.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why we invited you back. I sent out an agenda.
It's like we didn't skip a beat.
No.
Oh.
Camp Randall is
Yes.
going to start selling alcohol. I don't know that I knew that they didn't.
I was going to say my first reaction to that is, why is this news? I thought it already was happening.
Yeah. Did you know they didn't sell alcohol?
I feel like this was talked about maybe on a previous podcast. Like they were talking about it or something.
I don't remember that. Do you?
No, I don't.
So what's weird is I keep looking at Andy on the screen, who's in the chair here. So if I move the screen, I'd actually be looking at Andy, virtual Andy.
Well, no, this raises a question, though, that I'm bringing alcohol to Camp Randall. Are these going to be normal stadium prices, or are they going to be college beer prices?
No, I'm sure they're going to be normal stadium prices.
Bullshit. It's at a college.
You know what this means is that the students aren't just going to binge everyone who goes to a Badger game isn't going to binge like crazy right before they get in, because they know,
Right.
well, I can get a little more once I'm in.
They can binge inside and out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It isn't going to be pretty, but it's going to raise a bunch of revenue, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think it's a
Well,
good thing.
one
for
of the
all.
things I noticed. One of the things I noticed from this article was with the change. It says with the change, UW-Madison will become the 16th school in the Big Ten to sell alcohol in the football stadium. I think the Big Ten's getting out of hand when it's the Big Ten and it's
Well,
the
anybody knows how many
16th school.
schools.
Well, because USC, Oregon, all those Pac-10 schools came in this year.
Yep.
So it's the 16th. How many schools are in the Big Ten now?
I don't even know why they call it the Big Ten. Change the name now.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't been the Big Ten in probably 30 years.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because before this, they had the Big Ten logo had a hidden 11 in it because there were 11 teams in the Big Ten.
Wasn't there even more than 11? Wasn't there like 12 or 13 most recently?
14 previously, but as
Yeah.
of 2024, there's 18 teams.
There's 18 teams.
With the additions of UCLA, USC, Oregon, and
Yeah, all
Washington.
those Pac-10 teams.
Yeah.
Huh. So we're the 13th team to sell alcohol? Is that what you said?
16.
16 down to the 18.
16 of the 18 sell alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Good for Camp Randall.
Yeah.
Hey, do we have any Scotties in the Olympics?
I believe there's a few.
Is there a list? Andy, you're a homeboy. You're a runner guy. The guy you have a picture with.
Yeah, Kenny Bednarik.
He's won, right?
Yeah, he's going. He's in the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash.
Did they run yet?
No, the track stuff starts later. Now it's all the swimming and gymnastics.
He's actually, isn't he like one of our best athletes?
And he's got a real good shot. I bet that he will medal in at least the 200, if
Nice.
not the.
He took a silver in Tokyo.
Yep.
I watched the trials.
Yeah.
And I believe he won his trial, didn't he?
He was second in both of them. So he's the second U.S. guy that behind Noah Lyles.
Okay.
Andy's an old track and field coach. For those who didn't know that.
Yeah.
And
That's
by
true.
old, I don't mean his age. I mean, well, I think actually, aren't you a track and field coach in Illinois now? Aren't you the track and field coach at Naperville High?
Yeah, good old Naperville.
He's the Joliet South track and field coach.
You know, going down this list of athletes from Wisconsin in the Olympics, there is a lot of men and women in wheelchair basketball. That seems to be one of our hot commodities here.
Huh.
Yes, and so one of the lists I looked at had like one of the top schools in the country was UW Whitewater, like for the people that sent college athletes, and I think that's because they have a very strong wheelchair basketball program there.
Really?
Is that real? That's really the deal?
I don't think I'm making that up.
We hope not. Well, we convey as the truth.
Yeah.
Also rowing. We have a lot of like basically the University of Wisconsin-Madison put their team.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Huh.
So pretty cool. We have a
Stanford
Wisconsin-
tops the list.
I would
They
think
got the
we'd.
most.
I would think. Oh, it's Summer Olympics. Never mind. I was going to say we'd probably have people in ice hockey too, but they don't play that in the summer games. It's a different game altogether.
Wheelchair ice hockey.
Is there? There is.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever
That was
seen
a
that
serious
pond
question.
hockey? Have you ever, the pond? That is the most inspiring. We had this. This was a podcast conversation. How I talked about one of the most inspiring things I've ever seen was the pond hockey deal, with the guys literally playing hockey.
So serious, like, do they stub their tires and stuff, or how do they get grip?
They aren't in chairs when they
Oh.
do hockey.
That's cool.
Yeah. So anyway,
Are they on like a sled apparatus or something?
I did see. I didn't hear what he said there.
Are they on like a sled apparatus?
Yeah, they're on like like almost like a sled type thing, almost like a scooter. You know, like the scooters you used to have in gym class.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the video of the turtle on the skateboard?
No.
It's this family that puts a skateboard, it's like a toy plastic skateboard under their turtle's belly. And so it gets him up just high enough that he like swims with his legs and he goes fast as hell and chases their cat.
You come across
This is how I spend my time.
Nice.
Yeah. So how you spend your time? You were in the Apostle Islands 2 weekends ago.
I took a family trip up there.
And the reason I bring this up is because Tom Tiffany has a bill trying to create Wisconsin's first national park as the Apostle Islands.
Yeah.
And Tim said the locals are kind of mixed about this.
Yeah, there's some controversy. I'm on some Facebook pages for duck hunters specifically, and they're up in arms because it's potentially going to eliminate a lot of their hunting locations where they parked up.
Is that the only other reasons? Are they concerned at all about, would there be a larger influx of vacationers because...
That's another concern, and then there's also concerns with the tribes up there and the treaty rights.
Have you ever been to the Apostle Islands, Andrew?
No, that is not. It's on my list, but no, I have not been.
I love it.
It's hard to get up there when you're in Illinois, but it's beautiful.
Illinois people usually never go like real far north of Highway 2.
Right.
I mean, if they make it to Highway 2, they're 8 hours from home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it was a national park, would you be more inclined to go? Because you're a huge traveler. You're a huge family traveler.
Yeah, we love hitting up national parks. So yeah, I'd have to if Wisconsin had one.
So like you do look at a list and you're like, oh, that's a national park. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of states. So we started doing, on our last trip, we did a couple state parks in like Utah and Arizona because they have such huge national parks that are so good that their state parks are also really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I do when I look at a national park list? That's the list of places I never want to go.
People.
People.
Too many people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience Andy has to weed through the people.
Me neither.
But he also is an off-season national park visitor.
Hey, that's a
Yes.
smart national park visitor.
You got to go at the right time of year.
I think it'd be
Yep.
cool for Wisconsin to have one. It just seems weird to me that the area is beautiful and fine as it is.
Yeah.
What's going wrong? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see though.
So anyway, Andy's going to visit it if it becomes a national park, and maybe even if it doesn't.
Yep.
So speaking of Andy's neighbors coming up through Wisconsin, he's got a
Yeah.
camper with 9 kids in the back, and he's drunk in the front.
We don't know if this was Andy, or do we?
No, I said it was Andy's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Definitely wasn't Andy.
Okay.
Andy would never do such a thing.
Yeah, this was a great story. This is one of my favorite ones on the agenda here. A camper was pulled over because, a truck pulling a camper. People were noticing children in the camper waving at them.
Like for help.
Yes.
Yes.
Like concerned.
Not like, hi,
Yeah.
we're having a good time on the family camper. They're
cons-
like, help us.
Concerned waving. I shouldn't be in this camper going down the interstate.
Yeah.
So they got pulled over. There was a man arrested for driving under the influence, pulling 9 children in a camper.
So did you know in Wisconsin it is legal to ride in the camper?
Yes, and can't you drink if you're in the camper? Because you're
That part I
technically
don't
you're
know.
not.
But the driver
operating.
wasn't in the camper, the kids were.
Right. I think you can, which is
Yeah.
cool.
I don't know. But there's like only like a dozen or 15 states where it's actually legal to ride in the camper. Would you want to ride in the camper?
Depends who's
Yeah,
driving.
in this
but
case,
otherwise,
you wouldn't do that in this case though. Like that's only when you have like an RV, right? Where like you're in the same room as the driver. Like this is being pulled by a pickup. I don't think you can be in them, can you?
I don't know.
No, well, somebody would have to confirm, but I thought I read that you can actually be in a bumper pull or a fifth wheel in Wisconsin legally. Because I looked into this.
That seems wild.
It
That
does
seems
seem
awesome.
wild to me.
It'd be fun to make that choice as an adult, but these kids were all under the age of 16, so that's where the majority of the concern comes in. It says according to Wisconsin statute, whatever, it is illegal to ride in a recreational vehicle RV while it is being towed down the highway.
Oh, so
however, there are exceptions for pickup campers, like Andy was stating.
Okay. Well, and then if they're whole. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So it isn't legal. So he's doubly illegal. He was drunk and pulling them in a bumper pull.
Yes.
Well, father of the year.
Father of the year to all 9 of them.
So there's the food at the state fair. I was going to make this into a contest, and I probably should have, because these are so obscure. I was going to like add in some and say, is this real state fair food or not real state fair food, which I didn't do. These are all real state fair foods. A Cool Ranch Doritos pickle.
That sounds fine.
It does, but like, would you think real or not real? Had I not, you
I would
already
have
know
said
it's real.
real for the state
A
fair.
large dill pickle, spiral cut on a stick, rolled in crushed Cool Ranch Doritos and deep fried. I mean, it sounds delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Deep fried lemonade bites.
That sounds weird.
Hawaiian sweet rolls dipped in a French toast batter, homemade lemon curd filling, deep fried and tossed in a lemon sugar. Underlying thing here is if you deep fry anything, it's good.
Yes.
A dirty chai cinnamon roll lumpia.
I don't like the sounds of that.
This said elote corn ribs. Is that supposed to be elite? Or is elote a word?
Give me a second. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know either. Elote corn ribs. Like corn on the cob, but with an extra spice and tossed in hickory smoked batter and deep fried.
Elote is a food.
Okay.
It's a Mexican preparation of corn on the cob.
Well, that's what it is.
Very
All right.
fitting.
I like this one. Elvis nachos. Peanut butter banana sauce over deep fried potato chips topped with chopped peanuts, banana chips, and bacon.
Let's hope you don't have a peanut allergy.
Right. Don't even go
smell
go
that.
to the state fair if you have a peanut allergy. But Elvis nachos, I'm not a huge peanut butter guy. I don't know if I'd even try those. Hot ham glazers. Wisconsin Sunday ham on rolls, but instead of rolls, the ham is sandwiched between 2 Quick Trip Glazers.
I've heard of Glazer burgers before. People doing this.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
I would eat a Glazer burger.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
eat this too. Honestly, I think I would like this better than a Glazer burger because the
Ham-
saltiness of the ham.
Ham, you typically make ham sweet anyway, like honey hams or like glazed.
So you get a nice salty ham, throw that in 2 Glazers. Andy, do you have Quick Trips where you live?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, though, in all seriousness, aren't you kind of closer to the La Crosse area?
Yeah, we have 3 Quick Trips in this town where I'm at.
Oh, goodness. He won't divulge where he's at.
I
It's like
know.
a secret.
He's embarrassed.
Are you east of La Crosse?
Well, there's not much west of La Crosse.
Well, are you straight east of La Crosse?
No, north of it'd be north. I'm in Marshfield.
Oh, he's
It's
in
not even
Marsh.
close to lacrosse.
No. And honestly, I thought, so he's south of 29. Yeah, he is. Yep.
Barely.
What runs east-west through Marshfield? What state highway runs east-west through Marshfield?
Highway 10.
Oh.
Yeah,
I should have brought up 10.
Wapaka
I
and-
should have brought up 10. If I would have said, are you north or south of Highway 10?
North. I
You're
think
still in Wisconsin.
Yeah, all right.
I feel like he's lying. I feel like he's lying just to get back in the podcast.
There were some drinks at the state fair, too.
Drinkies. As
Yeah,
they're
they're
labeled.
called Drinkies. Purple Pickle Lemonade. Would you have thought that was real?
I wouldn't want it to be real.
Lemonade, pickle juice, and a baby dill pickle with butterfly pea flour. What is butterfly pea flour?
I don't know. There's too much going on with this
That
stuff.
doesn't even sound good to me.
All this just sounds overwhelming.
Can you chat Karen and have her come in?
Yeah.
Because for those of you who remember, we used to have Karen, a woman actually named Karen, come in and read a Karen-style review, and we've got one of those for you. And
Karen's
the
still alive?
review I picked was from in Hayward, and the reason I picked Hayward is because, do you know what this weekend is, Andrew?
Up in Hayward? Wow,
Yeah.
what do they got going on up there? They do the Lumberjack
The
Fest or something up there, don't
Lumberjack World Championships
You
are in
bet
Hayward
your
this
ass.
weekend. I've never been to those, and I would brave a few people to see those.
Oh yeah, that would be so sweet.
I think so too. Do you guys want to know something really sad? I
don't
forgot
know.
to hit stop recording. Or start recording, I mean. I'm just kidding. I did hit
I
record.
was shooting.
So Karen is in here. I got to turn her mic on. She's going to stand in front of this mic. This review comes from us, the Somewhere Else Bar and Grill, which overall has 4.6 stars, 104 4.6 stars. So
people like it.
it's a place people like
Yeah.
until this happened.
Walked in around noon on a Saturday with an energetic and kind of loud 9-person bachelorette party looking for a drink and was welcomed with an eye roll by the bartender. She charged us $11 per green tea shot, so the bill was $99, and we had to tell her how to make them. This place is probably a nice town bar, but ripping off a bachelorette party for no reason was not necessary. Sincerely, a bachelorette party that'll have fun somewhere else.
Did you get that pun?
Oh
Because the
yeah.
name of the bar is Somewhere Else. Karen, thank you so much for coming back.
How
we missed
dare
you.
how dare they charge them?
Well, there's a lot of funny elements to this, in my opinion. Number one, she admits they're energetic and kind of loud. And
Annoying.
the bartender gave him an eye roll.
Right.
Of course.
That's the way.
Of
That's a
course.
nice way to say we suck as a group.
Of course, the bartender gave you an eye roll. Nobody wants them in there. And then she's like, "Okay, does anyone know what a green tea? What was it? What was it again?
Yeah. It's whiskey, peach schnapps, and sweet and sour mix.
Is that a common shot?
No, I never made one in all my years of bartending.
I had never heard of one. I was a bartender, but it was 30 years ago, and a lot has changed. Kids drink different things now.
Motley Crue was a thing.
IPA wasn't a thing.
Good. That shit sucks.
You're horrible.
It's disgusting.
Anyway, so they made these shots. We had to tell her how to make them. Fine, and then she popped them $11. Good on her.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good on her.
Yep.
I'd have popped them at least $9, $10, $11 for those too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're gonna go somewhere else. But my favorite part of this is she spelled bachelorette wrong in this review in all 3 instances.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until this instant, but yep.
She spelled it incorrectly in all 3 instances of her review.
I like the winky face at the end too. That's something that you can't convey via reading, but there is a little winky
Yeah,
at the
well,
end.
that's
like,
because she had fun with her pun to say they were gonna go
she
somewhere
thinks she's
else.
real clever.
Huh. Well, we just did a podcast.
Felt good to be back.
Andrew, how did you feel remote?
Oh, it feels a little weird over here by myself, but it'll do.
Did you still enjoy it though, or no?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'd keep doing this.
Okay.
I
I think it'll be better if you end up coming back to the area.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe wasn't here for me because it was more me and Tim talking, and I kept looking at you, but it's hard to find your cue because you can't really figure out what's going on.
I agree with that. I feel like we got a little bit of mojo to gain back, but solid start.
Let's see if we can pull any snippets out of here, and I don't feel like this was a total waste of time, only just a semi-waste of time, which it always has been.
Prior to this getting set up was a complete waste of time.
Well, and then Andrew spending 6 hours editing was also a waste of time.
Right. Don't show this clip to your boss.
Well, he's not editing. We're editing.
Good.
There is no editing.
It was more the 6 hours prior to this I was worried about.
Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. See you next time.